Hello everybody, welcome back to another video of Heroes of the Storm. Today we are continuing on our How to Bruise series, and we've landed upon Gazlowe. Now, if I pull up the list here, you'll see that Gazlowe is in the damage category, which means his wave clear isn't amazing, and he's not very tanky. And after looking at this list again, I was like, wait, Gazlowe doesn't even deal that much damage. But the reason I have him in here is because Gazlowe does a high amount of siege damage if left unchecked. So that's why he's over there. His wave clear is good, it's solid, but for a bruiser, there's better picks. And his tankiness really just isn't there at any point in the game. So why would you want to pick this guy? Well, like I said, if you want to be someone who is a giant menace, huge annoyance to the enemy team, then you can push down lanes pretty easily as long as they're not reacting to you. Gazlowe's a good pick. But another reason that you pick him up, and one of the more bigger reasons that make him actually quite viable, is he has his turrets. So his rocket turrets do things that no other bruiser can do, which is create, well, mainly no other bruiser can do, but is create another thing to tank damage for your team. So if the enemy team has like a Li Ming that's sending in orbs your way, then Gazlowe's gonna do pretty well by blocking out those turret shots for your allies. Gazlowe himself won't get a lot done, but he'll be able to help support his teammates. That, and on top of it, Gazlowe has Gravo Bomb, which at level 20 becomes one of the strongest ults in the game and can completely turn team fights, making this hero viable. You will sacrifice some of your laning phase in double soaking for a really strong late game, and that's what Gazlowe is all about, is getting to that late game and carrying team fights then. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to learn how to play Gazlowe, and or try to teach you how to play Gazlowe as a bruiser. So we'll hop into the game and hopefully have some fun. Alright, we find ourselves on the Cursed Hollow. Or no, this is not Cursed Hollow. This is Blackheart's Bay today. So as always, we'll talk about the talents and kind of how to build this hero at the end of the video, so stick around for the end of the game. We'll talk about that in detail. For the start, we just focus on how to play your bruiser, and so we want to be in the solo lane, of course. That's where we're going to go. We're going to ping retreat, thank you, and we'll talk about my skin synergy here. So I actually don't like a lot of Gazlowe's skins. My favorite one is this one with the paper bag, and I love the purple hue. Purple's actually probably my favorite color. At least on like metally things, I really like the color purple. So we'll ping danger for them. And then I have the doubloon coin, which is fitting because we're on this map. And goblins love gold, so I figured it fits nicely. Friendly team will actually get the objective here uncontested, and I'm trying to count the heroes that they have. So I see 4 heroes here, which means Murky will be in the bottom lane, and he'll be dealing with me. So I think with that, we're going to go ahead and pick up what did I pick up? My auto attacks will not crit. Now, there's a couple options you can go at level 1. I don't want to be pushing this super hard. I want to be zoning Murky out from the XP. But at this rate, I might just have to push it in hard. Because you are pretty gankable. You can see Murky's going to look for a freeze here, which we cannot let him get. There he is. Yeah, we do bully Murky very well, and this whole time, the reason I'm not talking is because I'm trying to fight Murky while watching the minimap to make sure I'm not going to get ganked. See if we can kill him here. There we go. We get the kill on Murky, and we're doing good on XP so far. So instead of being an idiot and pushing the lane out, I'm just going to let Murky push into me and starve him of the minion soak. We'll come up here and fight for this too, though. There's Murky, and we know that we can mess him up just by auto-attacking in on him. You can see right there, doing a really good job of messing him up. He already used his pufferfish, so we don't have to worry about that just yet. And please, please push these minions into me. I would love it. He is bribed, by the way, so I got to keep that in mind. I want the globe. And the minions sticking here, it's fine. Fine by me. I do know that Murky left. He's probably going to do camps and whatnot. So we'll go check in on him. Keeping an eye on the minimap, trying to check where these enemies are. Alright, yeah, there's Falstad. We see him there. But I'm fine with just letting these minions push. Push towards me is what I want. Because similar to Chen, you can use your turrets to freeze the lane as well. So yes, we are not as great of a bruiser as some of the other bruisers in this game, but we do have the ability to freeze lanes quite easily, which is lovely. We've scared Murky off. We see him up there in the top lane, which means Falstad could be coming my way. But I'm totally fine with how this is pushing in right now. I might thin it out a wee bit by clearing out just a couple minions. Because we want to have, like I said, I believe it's 4 minions. Put my turret down to help freeze it right there. And we're in a very safe position now where we cannot get ganked. But the enemy team can if they overextend even slightly. I want to get in and hurt these minions. We barely missed our stun there. We do have Uther coming in though, because Falstad is gankable and we are not. That's why that was an advantageous fight overall. Continue to just poke this down a little bit. Trying to think of what kind of build I want to go against this enemy team. Probably Rocket Socket. Yep. Okay. Still Uther's here. He's helping me out. And if you do happen to get low, your W heals you a lot off of the minions. So, gotta check. He's a Q build. So by abusing the minions, and spamming your Ws off of heroes, you'll be able to trade pretty good into enemies. Try to clear this garbage out that Murky was able to yoink from us. And then we'll go right back to lane. And we really should never have to base as this hero. We should never be taking fights that are bad, so bad for us that we have to change our game plan and get out of lane. And that's how Gazlowe can whittle down his opponents. This is a pretty bad spot for me. Yeah, yep. There's the enemy team's healer. It looks like it's their turn to try to mess me up. Place down some more turrets to give me more healing, or shielding rather. Man. And we do have my allies coming in, so I might overextend slightly and see if I can hurt these enemies with my allies. We'll make sure to heal up off of the minion wave. And I'll push this in hard, so that I can group with my allies who are surely going to be fighting for the objective here in just a moment. Pick up the scrap and head on over. So, your scrap regens very slowly, but with the build I have, if you're able to land Ws, it'll be a lot easier to spam out your turrets and get decent damage rolling on the enemy team. We'll start our turn in now that the friendly team got theirs turned in. I should be able to, if nothing else, kind of bait these enemies towards us. Getting good damage out there, making sure to pick up my my scrap. Huge pick there on the Illidan. We're going to go ahead and continue out there on these enemies, get that nice damage out there, and I shouldn't chase any further. That's good enough for me. Uther can turn in his coins. Really good job there. Murky has been being an annoyance elsewhere on the map, which is frustrating, but not the end of the world. And I'm going to push this in hard because we see... Okay, I was going to say, I figured all the enemies would have left here, but actually they have one, so it might have been better to freeze that. But no worries. It'll push into their towers and get broken up, and now it's just chill. I can wait a little bit. There's nothing I need to pressure myself into doing right now. We are going to go for Gravel Bomb because, as I mentioned, Gravel Bomb is really, really strong, especially as the game progresses, and we're not going to push these minions. I don't see enough heroes to know enough intel to make a concrete decision on how I want to push this lane, so instead we're just going to freeze it and pick up the globes as necessary. Yes, we might not be top soak right now, but... Oh, we got something going on here. Ping that I'm on my way. Try to help out my allies a little bit. Get some good damage out there. We're going to go ahead and use our ult to pull these enemies in, hopefully. Didn't quite get it perfectly how I wanted it. I need to get in and stop Murky. It might cost me my life. There's a good Octograb by him. Hopefully my Uther can get a heal on me. There it is, lovely. We'll heal off of our W, put down some turrets to give me more self-sustain in these fights, and then I need to be bottom lane to deal with this camp that has been pushing into my buildings. So, really good healing by my Uther. They're able to keep me alive, and now, same as before, we're just going to be able to heal up off of this, the minion wave, and slowly be able to get back into these fights. I've yet to base in this game, which is excellent news. I'll tap and go for this camp here. I think we do camps pretty slow with this build. If I went for a different level 1, we could do camps a lot quicker, but no worries. I'm going to have to leave that, aren't I? Just to soak this minion wave. It's typically better to soak a minion wave than... Oh, there's 3 of them here. I could die. I'm going to just press my R button because I really don't feel like dying. He's going to send out a swap. So we dodge that. Place down another turret. And do my best to defend this. Looks like Uther will get that camp by himself. And we will be fine for another moment. Enemy team did get the turn in, but there's 3 heroes down here, so there's not a whole lot I can do. Oh, that was unfortunate timing for my ally. Maybe we can get the counter kill on him. Barely getting that counter kill out there. Send out another W, getting me more scrap to put down. There's a stun. Hopefully we hit heroes. Oh, the enemy team getting very low, but so am I. I want to get another W out here to heal up a little bit. We have our Jaina coming in with a rotation. And maybe with my stun, we can finish off the Malfurion. There we go. Once again, we'll heal up off of the minion wave. And I have enough coins that I think I do want to turn this in to the objective. You can see our damage is the top for our team right now. And our soak is pretty good as well. Not the best in the game, because Murky's been doing nothing but sieging. But still a very respectable start to this game for us. There's another turn in, which will allow us to kill this building in the bottom lane. And if the friendly team wanted to, we can maybe get a kill here. Although I am pretty alone right now. We're going to bait him, because I trust the friendly team will come. Never mind, never mind. They're not coming, not yet. I at least pulled some heroes my way, so hopefully friendly team will be alright, but I gotta ping danger for them as the red team is coming in from the back. I'm gonna look for an ult to help them on their retreat, although they are doing a fantastic job of surviving right now. Oh, I don't know how we win this one. I mean, it's working out alright right now, and with my ult, I can maybe pack up my turrets and continue to fight here, which I would like to do. There we go, able to pick off their healer, getting me some more coins, and we get a whole team wipe it'll look like with that last Q from Medivh. So we're gonna go ahead and find where the soak is at and go do it. So it looks like soak is middle lane. That's where I'm gonna go immediately. So now we get to the point of, do you want to be a good build or a fun build? And I think I probably got to be responsible for this one and just go for the better build for my team. We can take camps as well, so we might as well do that. We're not at level 16. You're pretty good at taking camps. You're not a complete menace at taking them. Like, you don't do it incredibly fast, and it costs you a lot of scrap with this build. But you can do them without losing any health, which is always a bonus. Friendly team is skirmishing there in the middle lane, so I'd like to go join them. Pick up my scrap and head on over. Looks like Murky's doing his own thing here once again. So I mentioned we don't have good wave clear. That is true, but remember that list is for what I call before level 10. So once you hit level 10, that list is kind of irrelevant then. Friendly team is fighting. My building needs defended, but I think this is going to be more important. Never mind. Friendly team is absolutely amazing at the video game. Able to get us 2 huge picks, which will help us continue to progress in this game. I would love to be top lane, So I might as well head on up that way to defend against this Illidan in his massive minion wave. Especially considering that we have a couple of the enemy heroes dead and Medivh is here to support me. I do believe I lose to Illidan if he jumps onto me. So I want to be very cautious and just play this around my buildings and safety points, like turrets. Medivh need any help? Looks like he's fine for now. He might get octograbbed, which I would be very scared for him. Looks like we'll be fine to fight another day. Illidan might be on this boss. I think Illidan's on this boss, yeah. He's got to be on it, right? Yeah, Illidan is on it. I didn't catch the health of it, but I think I might be dead here. Oh, missing my W is a big misplay by me. Hopefully Medivh can steal it from them. Oh, no, he doesn't want to try. He had Leyline up. He could have gone for it, but friendly team will get good push elsewhere on the map. As long as I don't die, this should be an easy enough defense for me. We'll lose this building for sure, but that's a small price in the grand scheme of things. Get some crit damage out here. I see Murky lurking for us. Take Medivh's portal, which will help me get out. Hopefully Uther can do the same. Able to barely snipe the Illidan with my abilities here, and now I just want to keep my ally alive. We'll go for the big ult upgrade, which will for sure help me finish off this hero. And then place down the rest of my abilities, getting us a quick double kill and some coins. Friendly team got the building pushed during that whole time, and that boss will kill itself beating into the wall in no time. So overall, pretty good. You can see we're top. Well, we were top in everything. Someone screenshot it. Make that the thumbnail. And I might not even have to do anything. Friendly team might just win the video game right now. I don't know what I'm doing taking camps. I'm not looking at the game. But that is, yeah, that's Gazlowe. So we were in the end able to soak up as much XP as we could to give our team the lead. We never once had to base because of the great sustain that we have. And whenever the fights mattered, we have huge ultimate abilities to pummel these enemies with, allowing us to win the fight in the late game. You saw early game, we weren't really the best. We had to rely on things that Chen has to rely on, such as freezing the minion wave. But in the end, we were able to destroy the enemies with a, like I said, with a good ult and with proper usage of my abilities. It helped also, I had a really good friendly team. I wonder if they were in a party. No, they weren't. But the build we went in today's video, and that's the nice thing about Gazlowe, is he has a bunch of different ways you can build him, and as long as you're playing it accordingly, you can do well. So we went for one-man Wrecking Crew at level 1, so casting abilities cause Gazlowe's next basic attacks within 6 seconds to deal 60% more damage, and you can store up to 2 charges of this. So you want to be weaving in your abilities with your auto attacks to get the most amount of damage out on enemy heroes. This talent does get swapped out often for the one-man Wrecking Crews, the one I like to pick up, which grants me the ability to do camps a lot easier. And you can actually solo boss at, I believe it's level 20, with a weird variation of this build. Then we went for Rocket Socket. The other talents at this tier are good. This one's just better. It doesn't sound that great, but it allows you to win in these short burst fights with enemies better, or allows you to stay in the short burst fights longer, and then you both will end up backing out because you don't have a lot of kill pressure. But then you can heal up off of the minions by pressing your W, and that's where you get a lot of your sustain. And this talent, comboed with your level 7 Goblin Fusion, allows you to spam out more turrets, which means you're having more critting autos, more shielding, and more turrets. All these things we like. Then at level 10, both ults are actually decent, but Black Hole is just way better. I would never, I'm not going to flame somebody for going Robo Goblin, because it does help you win a lot of matchups. Like, I lose to Artanis until I get Robo Goblin, then I massacre Artanis. You have better siege with Robo Goblin, so if you want to just murder a lane, you can do that. But Gravo Bomb, in most scenarios, just wins video games, because you get a big team fight and it's over for the enemy. Speaking of that, that's why we go for overcharged capacitors at level 13. So we gain 5 spell power for each active turret up to a maximum of 15 spell power. Additionally, dealing basic attack damage extends the duration of my turrets, so you can have more turrets active, which is really nice in combination with Goblin Fusion, because if you remember, you're placing down your turrets not for the fact that you have turrets out there, but you're placing down your turrets for the fact that you have a critting auto and you have a shield. So this is mainly an auto attack focused build that grants you a little bit more sustain. And having overcharged capacitors just means that now you're also dealing good damage with your turrets, which is very nice, and it combos very well with your ult, which, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. So for 5 seconds after using Gazlowe Bomb, you deal 30% more ability damage, which in combination with your level 13 is a 45% increased spell power damage, which means your spells are just melting heroes so quickly. We then go for Arc Reactor. As I mentioned, there's more fun talents here, which I personally like to pick better just because I enjoy having fun when I play Gazlowe, but this is the best talent on this tier by far. The turrets that it spawns deal way too much damage, and on top of it, you have the reduced cooldown of your E. It's too strong of an ability, in my opinion, so it has to be picked up. And it also combos very well with your Gazlowe Bomb and your level 20 talent, Miniature Black Hole. This is where you win the video game. If you hit level 20 on Gazlowe, it's over for the enemy team unless they have major ways to block your ult. So you increase the radius of Gazlowe Bomb by 25% and it increases damage by 50%. Additionally, each enemy hero hit by your ult reduces its cooldown by 12 seconds. So you have this up all the time because it's only on a 60-second cooldown. So strong. Some other talents that I would like to mention was Big Game Hunter at level 1. I like this talent a lot. It allows me to do more camps and spam out more turrets. And then I also would like to give a shout out to Firing My Lasers, which, remember, you're spamming out as many turrets as possible. So if you have like 10 turrets out, you can just blow up a hero by pressing W on them. I actually have a video somewhere on this channel where I play like 1,000,000 laser Gazlowe, and it's so much fun. And if you do that build, the other talent I would recommend is It's Raining Scrap, because you now can just place so many turrets down. It's a lot of fun. Miniature Black Hole is just better, though. If you want to win on Gazlowe, you'll go the build that I played in today's game. But if you want to have fun with Gazlowe, try this other build with Raining Scrap, Firing My Laser, and Big Game Hunter. So anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.